Hello and welcome to FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. The Greensboro City Council passed a resolution authorizing a $1.2 million economic development investment grant to be awarded to Gateway University Research Park. The nonprofit corporation created by North Carolina A&T State University and UNCG is working with an advanced manufacturing company interested in locating its headquarters and full product manufacturing operations on the South Campus. Based on the company's specific needs and lack of current available building inventory on the South Campus, Gateway University Research Park will need to develop and build a new 70,000 square foot building on the campus to house the company and other related future tenants. The property, located at 2911 East Gate City Boulevard, is ideal for the construction of a new office, manufacturing, laboratory, and distribution building. Gateway University Research Park will invest up to $7.9 million in the project and property and is committed to working with future tenants to ensure 25 new full-time jobs are created on or before December 31st, 2020. Construction is slated to be complete on or before December 31st, 2018. The city is continuing its efforts to educate residents about rail safety by partnering with North Carolina Operation Lifesaver for the 8th Annual International Level Crossing Awareness Day, or ILCAD. This is an opportunity to call worldwide attention to the need for practicing safe behavior near tracks and trains. Tabletop displays were set up at convenience stores along East Market Street in partnership with the North Carolina Department of Transportation Rail Division's Be Rail Safe team and the Greensboro Police Department. Greensboro has been the site of several pedestrian fatalities in recent years, as well as a number of vehicle rail incidents. Organizers want the safety education campaign to encourage drivers and pedestrians to automatically focus on safety when they approach train tracks. This international effort to raise awareness of rail safety supports the city's goal to eliminate deaths and injuries associated with trains throughout our community. International Level Crossing Awareness Day was established in Europe in 2009 to highlight the importance of public education on railway safety issues. This year, the U.S. is one of 40 countries worldwide holding events in observance of ILCAD. To learn more, please visit the website at ilcad.org. The City of Greensboro's 6th Annual Employee Recognition Campaign, known as Be Greensboro, is underway until August 31st. The community is encouraged to nominate a city employee for going above and beyond when it comes to providing excellent customer service. Nominations can be submitted via email or by calling the contact center at 336-373-2489. This campaign is designed to recognize city employees for their outstanding service in the community. The public is encouraged to share personal stories about how an employee has gone above and beyond to provide excellent customer service. City Manager Jim Westmoreland says this is a nice way to spotlight the employees who display outstanding service to our community. Nominees will be recognized each month during City Council meetings in July, August, and September. Kids will have an opportunity to make a splash this summer as they learn how to stay afloat. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn has joined nearly 100 mayors from across the country as part of the mayor's National Climate Action Agenda. The agenda is in place to complement and support existing efforts and other local initiatives that are currently underway. Mayor Vaughn joined the effort so Greensboro can work together with other cities throughout the country to strengthen local efforts for reducing greenhouse gas emissions and support solutions for binding federal and global level policymaking. Mayors from cities such as New York, Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, San Francisco, and Los Angeles are part of this national movement. Other cities in North Carolina include Asheville, Charlotte, Durham, and Winston-Salem. Mayor Vaughn says now is the time for cities to act and serve as advocates for minimizing the effects of climate change. Greensboro has made sustainability a priority for years and continues to make strides. Over the next 10 years, the city plans to combine more than $5 million in voter-approved bonds with federal funds to replace diesel buses with new electric buses. The electric models create no exhaust emissions and are quieter than diesel buses. A grant from Duke Energy for $450,000 allows the city to purchase rapid charging stations for the electric buses. The city's first LEED certified building is an $18 million, 65,000 square foot transportation and bus maintenance facility that houses the Greensboro Transit Authority. The Greensboro Urban Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, is seeking public comment on the draft program of projects. This is a list of proposed Federal Transit Administration grant requests to support bus and paratransit services in the 2017-18 fiscal year. The proposed grants in the program of projects are for the Greensboro Transit Authority and Guilford County Transportation and Mobility Services, both of which operate in the Greensboro MPO area. The draft program of projects is available online. Written comments are being accepted until June 19th. Comments may either be faxed to 336-412-6171 or mailed to P.O. Box 3136, Greensboro, North Carolina 27402. Comments will be heard during a public hearing at the Greensboro MPO Transportation Advisory Committee taking place at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, June 21st. The group will assemble in the plaza-level conference room in the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street in downtown Greensboro. The daytime temperatures are rising, and that means kids will be eager to take a dip in the pool as a way to cool off. Not all kids know how to swim, which is why parents should enroll their youngsters in the Learn to Swim program. This is a partnership between the city's Parks and Recreation Department, Guilford County Schools, and the Greensboro Aquatic Center. Learn to Swim will offer lessons at Jones Elementary and Warnersville Community Center. They share a campus just south of downtown Greensboro. The outdoor pool experience continues through Friday. Program coordinators say learning to swim is an essential life skill we want to make sure our students acquire while they're still young. They extend this opportunity as some of our students might not learn to swim without it. The Learn to Swim program also builds character traits such as courage and perseverance while equipping our students with knowledge that will protect them throughout their lives. To take advantage of the Learn to Swim program, please contact the Parks and Recreation Department at 336-373-2558. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate the entrepreneurs, the artists, the community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the City of Greensboro is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on the family-owned and operated Greensboro Distilling Company. Distilling spirits at Greensboro's Fainting Goat Spirits on West Lewis Street is a family affair as Dad Bill Norman serves as the master distiller and son Andrew serves as the head distiller. Together, this father-son duo is serving up Greensboro's first legal spirits since Prohibition. Fainting Goat Spirits currently offers its Tiny Cat Vodka and Emulsion American Gin for sale. They're developing a single malt whiskey, rye whiskey, and bourbon that will be ready for sale in the coming years. Before starting the company, Andrew was a mortgage banker and sold property insurance, but was ready to trade in his suit and ties for overalls. Bill says whether you realize it or not, this is a chemical process and it's an art. People ask if we are Fainting Goat Spirits or Greensboro Distilling Company. We are both. Fainting Goat Spirits is our brand, but it's important for us to let everyone know that we are a Greensboro product. To To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Scott Mothersbaugh and Jerry Walford, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. Greensboro Parks and Recreation is seeking volunteers to help teach individuals with disabilities how to ride a bicycle. This opportunity is made possible through the I Can Bike program. Lessons will be given from August 7th through August 11th at the Greensboro Coliseum. The program is in need of volunteers who can commit to a 75-minute session on each of the 5 days. Sessions will begin at 8:30 a.m. and end at 4:50 p.m. Volunteers must be at least 16 years old and able to walk or jog approximately 3 miles during each session. No prior experience working with individuals with disabilities is necessary. There will be a mandatory volunteer meeting at 3 p.m. August 6th at the Simpkins Sports Pavilion located at 1500 Dans Road. For more information or to volunteer, please call 336-373-7507. If you are a fan of all types of music, be sure to mark your calendars for the 3rd Annual National Folk Festival. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you about this popular downtown concert. Stay with us. Welcome back. The National Folk Festival is a multicultural concert experience that takes downtown Greensboro by storm. This will be the 3rd year that the city is hosting the event. And joining me now to give us a preview of the coming attractions and to tell us a few changes that are coming up is Amy Grossman. She's with Arts Greensboro, and she is also the festival director. Hello, Amy. Welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, so glad to have you here. Tell us about the performers who will be on stage this year for those folks who are not familiar with the National Folk Festival.
Yeah, so, for those who are familiar and have been able to attend the past couple years, they know that what we present at the festival is a very diverse offering of cultural traditions, from very different ethnic groups and different traditions, homegrown here in the U.S. or from immigrant communities that we present on stage. And it's really all about presenting a diverse group of performers. It's kind of a Noah's Ark of performers. We don't have two of one particular type of genre of music, and people can expect the same thing this year. So we're going to have probably around 30 different bands performing multiple times on multiple stages over the 3 days of the festival. And there are a couple of groups that I want to highlight. All of our groups do get announced and are posted on our website. We have bios, we have videos, we have audio clips, so people can check that out. But a couple groups that I'm particularly excited about. One is the Treme Brass Band. They're from New Orleans, and the brass band tradition is from African American communities in New Orleans, where you have brass bands that celebrate parties, but they also parade through the street and mourn the passing of loved ones. We have a group from New York called Orquesta SCC, and so it's a number of gentlemen from Puerto Rico and Cuba. They live in New York, and so people can put their dancing shoes on and dance a little bit of salsa in our dance pavilion. Good, excellent. Another group that is going to be perhaps new to people, it's a group called Alash. And they are from an area in Central Asia called Tuva, and they're Tuvan throat singers. And it's really beautiful and mesmerizing, and I'm very, very excited for that. So we're very excited to have music that is familiar to people, but also something that might be a little bit new.
Okay, and you've given us a really great preview of the coming attractions as far as performers. But then the programs last year I did attend for the first time. You had a lot of stations set up that were, as you said before, the music is also geared towards our immigrant and international community, but so were some of these stations with the programs. Tell us about Folk Life and what that will offer.
Yeah, so you're referring to the Folk Life area that we've presented actually at City Hall, on the grounds of City Hall off Green Street. And that area we curate with the North Carolina Arts Council, and it really is focused. That's the one area that does have a focused theme. And it is focused on North Carolina traditions, and last year we did feature the refugee and immigrant immigrant communities. This year, the focus is going to be on younger tradition bearers, kind of millennial-aged folks. One of the misperceptions is that traditions and folk heritage are things that old people do, that are dying, and that's not the case at all, especially not here in North Carolina. So we're going to have a number of performers, younger performers, who are carrying on musical traditions. They're carrying on craft traditions that they're learning from their family, from their community, including pottery, puppet making. That's another very exciting one. And we're also going to have a tattoo artist, which will be really exciting. And then an additional component to that area this year, we're going to have a spoken word stage. So people are going to be able to hear a little bit of slam poetry, some storytelling. Again, all showing that young people are carrying on traditions that stem from here in North Carolina.
Okay, now we know from the head count from previous years, more than 100,000 people really come into this event and take over downtown. How easy will it be for people to get into the downtown area? And then once they get there, what about parking?
Yeah, so Greensboro is perfectly situated for a festival like this. Close to highways, you've got buses and trains and great roads that come in here. And it's very easy to access this festival in its downtown setting. And I'll give a shout out to the Greensboro Police Department, who are so wonderful in coordinating the street closures and making sure that people feel comfortable navigating downtown. Greensboro is very fortunate to have thousands of parking spaces downtown, and it's so easy with the directions with the police to find parking downtown and on streets surrounding downtown. So it's very easy to just park your car and just be in the thick of everything, and we strongly encourage people to do that and enjoy the festival. You're right there.
Okay, that is good to know. So if folks were having any intrepidation about that, what do I do? How do I get there? You have that all mapped out.
That's right.
Now, volunteers play a very significant role in the success of this event. Are you in need of volunteers now? Can they continue registering up until September?
Yes, absolutely. So, as you know, this festival is free to attend. We don't charge admission, and we rely very heavily on the support and the help of volunteers who do various roles in the festival. We recruit about 1,500 volunteers who work over the course of the weekend, and we are actually getting ready in the next week to open the registration to the public for people to go onto our website and log in, give their information, share their availability, and also pick some preferences for areas that they'd want to work. We have volunteer opportunities for people who might just want to go and sit and be helpful and hand out information, all the way up to we recruit volunteers for our setup crew, which is even, we need help even around the festival dates, and it's a little bit more of a physical job. So there's everything. It runs the gamut, and there are descriptions of every role online, and we definitely need that help, and that'll be opening up very soon.
Okay, I'm sure you will have no shortage. We have such a great volunteer community in Greensboro. So this, as I mentioned at the top of the segment, is the third year. This particular National Folk Festival travels around the country. Each city gets 3 years to host, and this will be our third year.
Yeah.
After this year, what happens with respect to a replacement or something equivalent?
Yeah, so the National Folk Festival in 2018 will move on to a new host city, but we are in the process right now of setting up all the details and getting all the systems in place to carry on our very own North Carolina Folk Festival. We're very excited. This is not just a Greensboro festival. It is a statewide festival that happens in Greensboro, and we can't wait for 100,000 more people to come to see everything we have to offer here in Greensboro.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Amy. You will come back. This is really important information. The preview will get people excited and marking their calendars.
Great.
I'm not sure if we told them September.
The dates are September 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And mark your calendars. We want to see you there.
Yes, well, do come back and keep giving us updates as we get closer to this big, fantastic festival.
Great. Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for a little-known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city that's coming up after the break. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public and air live right here on the Greensboro Television Network. Regular meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month in the council chambers on level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. To review the council meeting schedule, please visit greensboro-nc.gov/council meetings. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Forest Lawn Cemetery is located in the area known as Guilford Battleground. It adjoins Lewis Recreation Center and J.C. Park with the entrance to the cemetery off Pisgah Church Road. This cemetery opened in 1928 and is the largest of the municipal cemeteries with more than 70 acres. Forest Lawn's design closely resembles the Newark Memorial Parks. Upright family memorials are permitted in all but one section. Section 5 is reserved solely for ground-level memorials. A veteran section known as Veteran Circle is provided for the burial of honorably discharged veterans. A copy of the military document indicating the honorable discharge is required for burial. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you what's going on in the city if you're looking for something to do this week. Now it's time to check in with Jody Stanley for a look at things to do and places to go. Jody?
Thanks, Carla. School's out for summer, but don't worry, parents. There are lots of fun family activities for you and the kids. Now let's get started. The last day of school has finally arrived. Teens can celebrate by attending Summer Night Lights events on Friday. Summer Night Lights, also known as SNL, is Greensboro's free series of summertime events for teens ages 13 through 18. Hemphill Branch Library will be showing back-to-back movies, A Monster Calls at 1 p.m. and Monster Trucks at 3 p.m. After the Monster Matinee, teens are invited to the Greensboro Sportsplex for the Summer Night Lights signature Friday night event featuring pickup games of all kinds, a DJ, free pizza, and special activities from 7 to 11 p.m. For more information on SNL activities, visit greensboro-nc.gov/SNL. Don't forget to sign the kids up for the summer reading program hosted by the Greensboro Public Library. Each year, June through August, the library hosts a reading incentive program to encourage kids of all ages to keep reading throughout the summer. Reading logs are distributed for kids to record their own personal reading goals and the titles they've read. Participants are encouraged to bring in their reading logs throughout the summer to receive prizes. Every week, the library hosts fun and educational programs to make library visits more exciting and memorable. Visit greensboro-nc.gov/library to see the list of summer reading activities happening this week. Parents, if you're still in need of entertaining summer activities, check out the list of summer camps offered by the City of Greensboro. The city offers a summer camp for every child or teen of all abilities: adventure, sports, music, drama, and day camps. A full list of summer camps offered, as well as a list of frequently asked questions, can be found at greensboro-nc.gov/summercamps. Back to you, Carla.
Thank you, Jody. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Cemeteries Division has overseen the operation of city cemeteries for more than 130 years. The division is part of the Parks and Recreation Department and operates 4 public cemeteries. The Cemeteries Division is responsible for maintaining burial records, selling lots and graves, conducting burial and interment services, coordination of all activities within the cemeteries, and grounds maintenance. Cemetery lots and graves are sold with provisions for perpetual care. 25% of the sale price for a lot or grave is placed in a perpetual care trust fund to ensure that our cemeteries will be properly maintained in the years to come. All sales are governed by rules and regulations adopted by the Greensboro City Council and include the installation of monuments and plantings within the cemeteries. These regulations are designed to protect the interest of lot and grave owners and preserve the natural beauty of our cemeteries. The Cemeteries Division is a member of the North Carolina Cemetery Association. On the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO segment. The New Book Lovers Club at Vance Chavis Branch Library hosted local author and retired city employee A. Jean Jackson at the library branch on Benbow Road. Jackson talked about her novel Black Eyed Peas and Cornbread based on stories about her great-grandmother. Born in Asheville, Jackson received her bachelor's degree from Bennett College and a master's degree from UNCG. She began her writing career when her 10th grade English teacher forced her to keep a journal to complete the class. Black Eyed Peas and Cornbread features a strong family matriarch raising a family in the North Carolina mountains. Jackson is retired from the city's Parks and Recreation Department. She enjoys expressing her creativity through writing and has also written a book of poems and short stories. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.